How you doing?
Good to see you. We just pretend that we haven't been in a call just like 1 second ago.
Yes, of course. No, I know how this goes.
I know, man. How is everything going? How are you?
It's going really well. We're actually I'm shooting a really fun video today. I'm excited about. I do a lot of music, obviously, on my channel, and I'm doing some meme music actually in public. So tonight I'm going to dress up. I'm going to dress up as the memes in costume, and then I'm going to play on the street that meme music. Yeah.
Wait. You're going to be like a street artist for a day?
Yeah. So I'm gonna dress up as like Giorno from Giorno's theme with like a wig on. I'm gonna dress up as the guy from Coffin Dance in a suit.
No way.
You know, and play the music.
Man, that will be amazing.
Yeah.
Have you done it before?
I haven't. So I did it I did it last weekend, but I dressed up like a rocker and I played rock music. So I played Led Zeppelin, AC/DC, and I had the long hair and the leather jacket on and everything.
People loved it. People love that. I'm going to give you a really short introduction. I always say for the few people that don't know you, you can't imagine it, man, but there are people that actually don't know you. And Rob Landes, I think the most interesting part of you is I always start a interview saying that, yeah, you know, there are creators and it's not that the first video went viral, but Rob, your first video went viral and you stopped your job right after it. I think you're the only content creator on YouTube. Of course, on TikTok, sometimes it happens that it happened to. And not only that, then you stopped your job right away. Yep. And first of all, I need to refer to your TED show as well. People can see your story over there. But I just want to dive in a little bit. I think your story is extremely interesting. And maybe can you summarize really quickly how you started and why you started on YouTube?
Yeah, absolutely.
Really broad, but like a short introduction.
Yeah, absolutely. I started playing the violin when I was 3. My mom got me a violin and wanted to teach me how to work. She said, you only have to practice the days you want to eat. So, you know, I wanted to eat, practiced a lot, went to school for it. I got a bachelor's in music and a master's in music performance. I auditioned for several orchestras. I couldn't get in. Got kind of frustrated, disappointed, left music for a couple of years. I started working for a tech company in sales. I was terrible at it. And I played a cover of some pop music for my friend's birthday. And the people there were like, you have to get on YouTube. People love this kind of thing. And so I put my first video out just kind of for fun, but I was excited about it. And, you know, 3 or 4 people shared it. And that was enough for me to get me excited. I was thrilled. And then my second video that I did, which essentially is, you know, in YouTube terms is like my first video because I've done almost 300 now, but my second video, I did a cover of Hallelujah by Leonard Cohen. That went viral.
5 years ago.
Yep. That was, actually almost 6 years ago now. That was 2015.
8.9 million. How much did it get overnight?
Within a couple of months, it got like 2 million. Wow. So it was really fast out of the gate. Yeah.
Wow. So
that was eye-opening. Yeah, I'm like, why am I making cold calls to people that want to talk to me when, you know, when people all over the world are watching this? And so, like, I mean, I can't tell you, I was excited out of my mind. And at that point, I was so over my tech job, I wanted to quit anyway. And this just kind of provided that avenue to do that.
It's interesting to see like your passion for playing violin, and you're also an entertainer. And you say that you're not a salesperson, but at some point you are a salesperson. So you just know how to how do you say, sell your content extremely well. Again, your first video went viral for a reason as well. It was not only luck. Of course, it plays an immense role. What do you think? Like, was it luck? Was it just posting on the right moment? Was it the type of content that wasn't out there? You're unique, first of all. So
it was a combination of things. And I'll be honest, I'm a very religious man. So I feel like it was divinely inspired. I was led to do the music that I did. But at the same time, there were some different elements about the YouTube ecosystem back then. One of them was that back in the day, you used to have all of these websites that would curate videos based on a certain topic. And my Hallelujah video got picked up by kind of a Christian video aggregator. And I think the way, you know, Hallelujah is a widely popular,
No problem.
Hallelujah is a widely popular song. Almost everybody knows it. It works beautifully for the violin. And then I think the way we filmed it was nice. And, you know, that song hadn't been done for the violin in that way. People hadn't seen that. And so a lot of things were able to just come together. Even though I didn't know that much about YouTube, it was just kind of a gut feeling of, I think this will do well.
Yeah, right. Because the quality and etc. it's good, but it's not, of course, the level you're currently at. So you're actually saying if it was another song, it wouldn't be viral or in the same way.
I really don't think so. And the proof of that is because I did probably 40 or 50 other pop songs after that did not take off.
Wow, really interesting. I have a question. Like, you're living a dream of many people, and in this world, everyone wants to be a YouTuber. What was your goal, your dream when you were younger? What was it?
Honestly, when I was younger, I wanted to be a soloist. I wanted to play with orchestras around the world.
For this generation, everyone, what do you want to become? It's not a pilot, it's not a doctor, it's a YouTuber. I want to become like Rob Landis. I want to become like Mr. Beast. People don't want to become a solo violin artist anymore. They want to become a YouTuber like you do. But in your head, it was just like, oh, I heard this from a friend. Let's try it. Let's post it on YouTube.
Yeah. Initially, it wasn't like I'm going to be a YouTuber, but I thought, you know what? I'm going to throw this out there. And I'll tell you, it actually scared me for 6 months. I had this video ready to go, but I was afraid to release it because I thought my friends in music are going to make fun of me. They're going to think that I've sold out, that I'm doing. Yeah. And so, but that shows that, like, you know, there was so much of what other people thought about me that was holding me back. And at some point I said, what's the worst that can happen? What do I have to lose? The worst that could happen was if I never released it and I looked back and I said, I wonder what would have happened. That regret, that would have eaten me the rest of my life.
It's so funny because the first time I met you, you came, I remember in the video call, a lot of energy. And the first thing that stood out was like, this guy's confident what he's doing and he seems to enjoy it.
Yeah.
So it's funny, like, it seems so odd for many people, and the way you start and how you start and you don't have a lot of following, then it's weird. But the moment it works, it's like, wow, this guy is a YouTube star. It's a bit weird. So you were saying your dream was to be a solo artist?
Yep. Yeah, I thought that's what I wanted to do because I played violin all growing up, and that's what I saw as like the pinnacle of a violinist's career. That was the top, and I wanted to reach the top.
Right.
But you know, as I continue to do music, I looked at that and I was like, oh my gosh, I don't know if I'll ever be that good. That is so difficult to do.
Right.
And the demand for it is coming down.
Right.
And then I remember in my 20s, I was always thinking I would love to own my own business. I'd love to run something of my own. I don't know what that was, but it's just amazing how it's come together to be able to do music with things like, you know, video game music and own my business at the same time and just be the master of my own fate. So it's an amazing dream, and I feel blessed to be able to do it every single day. And the cool thing is there's a lot of people say, well, is it too late to get into YouTube? Or is it too late to get into social media? And I don't think that. I would say absolutely not, because the internet is always growing. It's always getting bigger. I mean, it's penetrating more countries now, more people, more age groups. And it doesn't really matter what you're interested in. There are other people out there who are interested in the same thing. So the trick is finding out how to present that salesmanship or marketing or wherever, you know, those blend together, how to present your interests so that it grabs other people's attention. That's the trick.
Wow. That's really nice said. But like, you were working for the sales company. It's interesting. And were you like a little bit like stressed out of like, hey, how can I be on my own? How am I going to do it? Like even I was, right? When I wanted to really become like the businessman and work with passionate people, I got into it. And one thing I learned is that stress to do it, and a lot of people have stress to become a YouTuber or a content creator. How do you look at it?
One of the things that really helped me a lot actually was finding a good team. So
You
it's
have a really
really
good
hard
team.
to do. It's
Right.
really hard to do by yourself.
Right.
So whether that's a business
Right.
partner, you've got a
Right.
business partner,
Right.
somebody else
Right.
that can help strengthen your own weaknesses. So I knew that I could play a lot of things on the violin, but I didn't know very much the business side or the media side, creative concepts and things like that, which I wasn't very strong in at that time.
I think more than that, man. And that's really what I mean. You talk about my business partner, but he's my best friend in the first place.
Yeah.
You and Aaron are like best friends.
Best friends.
You were just talking about, we just had a call, hopping up and dinner together. Now,
Yeah.
that's not only a business relationship. I don't really believe in that, especially not with content creation and in this industry. It's like you need to work with people you really like working with. We can talk hours about you playing the violin, but your mindset and attitude towards it is really rich, and you can see that at the TED show as well. It's something I really admire. So with you, I want to talk a little bit more about the person behind it.
Right. Absolutely. Yeah. I mean, honestly, a lot of it is, you have to understand that everything is trial and error until you find what works. And then you stick with that and you try to make each one of those better. So for me, I try to find successful series on my channel, and I go, oh, okay, people like this. I'm going to build on this. And then what can I do to make it better? Okay. In my case, I recently hired, like I said, I'm working with some of the top YouTube consultants in the world,
Right.
to help you with, okay, here's what you can do. The world isn't over just because you released a bad video. And that's what's so hard, is a lot of creators, they look at their last video and they base all of their self-esteem off that. And if you do that, you're dead.
Makes a lot of sense. One thing you also did, and it just, you create short content, 3 minutes or 8 minutes, but mostly like 3 minutes. Are you going more into towards, what do you think about the short content, which is pretty hyped up right now with TikTok, etc.? Do you think that's going to be the future?
I think there's still a place for in-depth videos. I mean, certainly you can see YouTube that's pushing really hard for that type of content, because they've got YouTube Shorts now, which is essentially their version of TikTok. So there's a huge appetite for those types of videos. But for me, let's say that I want to learn how to fix a leaky faucet in my house. I can't go to TikTok and learn how to do that. And we all go to YouTube still to figure out how to learn things. And for long form entertainment, that's still the place to go.
It's so true. I'm smiling right now because when I talk to you, a lot of things go through my head. And I saw one recent video of you with the Omegle series, right? Some people recognize you from those Omegle videos. Like, how is that interaction?
It's really fun, especially when now what's funny is they don't recognize me until I tell them who I am and they look at my channel, because I'm almost always in costume. And so that when they see me as a regular Joe Schmo, it doesn't click. But then they go, oh, I've seen some of your videos. And they freak out. They go, oh, this is really cool. This is really fun. And so that's always exciting. I mean, that never gets old. That's really, so really fun.
That's so fun. People recognizing what you're doing and actually loving it as well. Yeah. Man, you're killing it over there. I think it's a pleasure to see your way of entertaining people, which is just surprising people. You're going on the street. I would love to see that video. When it's going to be live, when it's going up?
This weekend, Saturday, hopefully.
Awesome. And what can people expect from you regarding your content? Like, is there anything like that you want to expose more, or anything that you're going to change? Like, I'm really excited to learn more about that aspect.
I love public performance. So I want to do, now that the weather is warmer and now that COVID is kind of, relaxing a little bit,
Nice
this summer, I want to do more street performances depending on how these videos do this weekend. And so this is another trial for me. If this does well, I can do it as another series. I love the Omegle because you never know who you're going to get. You always get fun reactions.
The surprise moment, right?
Yep. Things like that. I want to do like game show type things where people guess the music on the street, and the more they guess better, the more money that I give to them, for example.
Oh, wow.
So things like that, just a lot of interacting with people, thinking outside the box, and then really making the violin and my music and my videos have wide appeal, not just to violinists, although they are interested, and not just to musicians, which is even a larger group, but just the average person who maybe doesn't even like love music, I want to get them loving my videos and loving my content.
So I have a question for you. That's really nice. You put it out really nice. Like, Rob, are you the violin player? Are you the entertainer? Are you the YouTuber? Are you the content creator? What are you, man?
I'm everything. I mean, you have to wear all those hats, right?
100%, 100%. I love to see it, man. You're currently, of course, a dad, a husband, a content creator, violin artist. You're doing so many things at the same time. It's really, really interesting to see, because you're always developing, always changing your content. And with all the different series, there's so much entertainment you can see from your channel. But most important, man, you're just a great guy.
Well, thank you, man. I really appreciate that.
And I think
Thank you.
people should understand that, and they can see it from you as well. It's a pleasure working with you, man. And for all the people out there, go subscribe to Rob Landis' channel, work with this guy, see his content, because it makes you happy. It's that part of happiness that comes out from it, man.
Yep. I love brightening people's day. That's what I do. Thanks, Gidon. I really
100%.
appreciate it, man.